Hi everyone, Greeno here and welcome to another video here on Greeno Eats. Now I'm still in Hungary and it's another stunningly warm day here in Central Europe. Currently about 30 degrees, they reckon it will get to about 34 before the day is out, so all a bit much for this little Englishman. We are not used to temperatures like that back home, that's for sure. Anyway, you'll have seen from the thumbnail today, I'm going to go and try out a Hungarian McDonald's. Now, McDonald's always have different menus in different countries around the world, don't they? So I'm going to go and see what they've got here that's different, that we wouldn't get at home, that might be interesting. Let's go take a look. Wow, I remember this place from when I used to come and work in Dure sometimes. Often I'd have to come for a couple of weeks at a time, and you miss some of the home comforts. But this little British store, I'm surprised it's still going, but they had little bits and bobs in here that you couldn't get anywhere else around. So if you really needed a Marmite fix or something like that, this is the place to come. You can tell it's a really hot day. Look at the queue outside this ice cream shop. Everybody wants to cool down, even the locals. Here we are, outside the McDonald's in the pedestrianised section of Dure, right in the city centre. We're going to go inside and see what we can get to eat. That's a little bit different to home. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to film in there or not. Depends if there's music playing or whatever. If there is, then obviously we'll just come out and find somewhere nice to sit. Or maybe just go back to the hotel because there's aircon. We'll see. Anyway, let's get in and get some food ordered. Dominik Szoboszlai is the poster boy of Hungarian football these days, and he's advertising McDonald's right now. I bet he's not allowed to eat any of it. Right, thankfully it's not too noisy in here in terms of music anyway, it's quite busy in here just after midday, so it's obviously a busy time of day. I've placed my order, I've got 4 items on that order. First up, we have an Erős Pista burger. Now, Erős Pista, for those of you who don't know, is a Hungarian condiment. It's made out of paprika and salt, and it's really popular here. It goes with all sorts of things. People mix it into soups, you put it onto your pork dishes, all that sort of stuff. Really, really tasty. They've actually made a burger containing that in the mayonnaise, and also like a Erős Pista flavoured breaded cheese kind of patty in there as well. So that's going to be interesting to see. I've also gone for what is called a mcfarm. Now that is with pork patties. Now we don't get that at home. Obviously we get the sausage with the McMuffins and whatever, but there's nothing daytime that is like a pork burger. So I thought that would be interesting to try. They've got some kind of waffle fries at the moment too. So I've ordered that, and a coffee flavoured milkshake. I don't think I've ever seen that at home. You get vanilla, strawberry, chocolate and banana, I think, in the UK. Never seen a coffee one, so really interested to try that. Altogether, came to 5,430 forint, which is the Hungarian currency. Translated, that's about £11.50, I guess. So, not that much cheaper than you'd expect to find it back in the UK, I don't suppose. Anyway, the food will be here in a minute. I'll give you a closer look when it arrives. Time to get underway with this, and like I said, I'm going to try that milkshake first. I'm just really interested to see how it is. So it's a big one, 0.4 litres, not quite as thick as some of the ones we get at home, but I don't mind that because they're quite hard to drink, aren't they, McDonald's shakes, when they're too thick. So this seems to have a better consistency. Oh, that is good. It's creamy. It tastes just like coffee ice cream, if any of you ever have that. Like a really sweet coffee flavour, but creamy as well. God, if you ever find this at a McDonald's anywhere around the world, I highly recommend this. I find McDonald's shakes quite nice. I'm not a big fan of milkshakes, and these are quite ice creamy, aren't they? So that is always a good thing. But the flavouring is often very synthetic tasting, isn't it? The chocolate, the strawberry, even the banana one. This actually tastes like coffee. A bit like that kind of sweetness you'd get in a coffee and walnut cake, that kind of thing. Right, put that down, because otherwise you're not going to get around to any of the food, Greeno. Come on. Let's move on to these waffle fries. So it's quite a nice little portion in there. There's, in fact, I've got an extra little fry or two just thrown in with it. Don't think they're supposed to be there, but we won't turn them down. So I'd say it's a nice enough portion here of these waffle fries. And as you can see, you've got a little bit of a seasoned coating on there. A nice crunch to the outside, and because they're a bit thicker than fries, quite a nice texture inside too. Almost a bit of a chew to it. The seasoning, as with everything around here, has a little bit of paprika and plenty of salt. And I have to say, compared to McDonald's fries, which I think are often a bit substandard, this is a nice change. I think with McDONALD'S fries, they're only ever any good if you get them straight out the fryer. If they've been sat around for a couple of minutes, they start to go soggy almost immediately. But these, I can tell they're not straight out the fryer because they're not red hot. But they've maintained their crisp. And they're really tasty. So let's move on to this pork burger. I'm really interested in this. Here we go, take a look at that. So we've got the pork patties there in the side. You can see, very thin, almost wafer thin. And then inside we have a mustard sauce, the cheese, tomato and lettuce. It does come with onion, as I always do when anything comes with raw onion. I have asked for that to be removed. I just think it taints the flavour too much. But let's give this a try. Now that's interesting. I think they might be the same as the sausage patties that you get in the breakfast meals. It certainly tastes very, very similar to that. But it's quite nice to have that in a different setting, if you like, with the salad, with the mustard sauce, rather than just with a slice of cheese and a overcooked egg. The mustard dressing's really nice. It's not just a flavoured mayonnaise. It's actually a specific sauce. I've got a hint of pepper in there too. Do you know what? I find that really interesting. I think if we had this on the menu back in the UK, it's definitely something that I would order time to time. It's a little bit different. It's got a really good flavour. I'm liking that. And that was only 1,400 forint as well. That's just over £3, I think. Not bad at all. Right, back in for another slurp of this milkshake. Just so we take away the taste of all the pork burger before we move into the behemoth that is this Erős Pista burger. So, here it is in all its glory. Look at that. So you can see you've got the bun here, the breaded cheese there, patty, salad, bun on top. Wow. And obviously we have that spicy mayo with the Erős Pista in there too. So, let's give this a try. Get that straw out of the way. Deary me, cinematography isn't great sometimes on Greeno Eats, is it? Anyway, come on. Wow. That spicy mayo really is quite spicy. It's got a good whack of that hot paprika in there. So it's almost like a chili sauce. Wow, that is good. Getting into a bit of a mess with it here. It's a big old burger and a bit sloppy with all that cheese and the mayo. So look, you can see the breaded cheese here starting to ooze out. Breaded cheese is a very popular dish here, not just in Hungary, I think in a lot of parts of Central Europe. You basically just get a lump of cheese, cover it in breadcrumbs and deep fry it. It's really tasty. Normally it's just served with French fries and then maybe a sort of spicy mayo or some pickles or something like that. But obviously here they've decided to take that idea and put it into the burger. The patty itself is nice. Typical McDonald's burger. Kind of closer to one of their quarter pounder burgers than a Big Mac type burger. Just one sort of bigger, slightly thicker patty. The salad is really nice and fresh. Now I know this is only a limited edition burger here, but I bet you it's one they bring back time to time because it's really tasty. I imagine for the locals this is something they'd really, really enjoy with that erős paste in there as well and the breaded cheese element. That's probably one of the best things I've ever eaten in a McDonald's anywhere, to be honest with you. Oh, it's a shame I'm going to be leaving Hungary soon. Because I wouldn't mind another one of these. Let me know in the comment section down below if you've ever tried McDonald's abroad and tried anything different to what you normally get at home. Like I say, all around the world they have different items, some of which are special items that are just catered to the local palate, some of which are just regular menu items like the McPork here, for example. That's on the menu all the time, so there's got to be different things around the world that are interesting to try. Let me know what you've tried. I'll tell you another thing I really like about this McDonald's here in Győr. It's really well air conditioned. It's a nice little haven from that roasting heat outside. But I think it's fair to say I've been really impressed with my McDonald's Hungary experience. The waffle fries, nice little change from normal fries. I think maybe sometimes they do something similar to that in the UK, but I don't recall the last time I had them, if at all. So it can't be that often. They should try it sometime. Really, really tasty. The mcfarm burger with the pork patties was really interesting, actually. I'd say it tasted very, very similar to the sausage patties you get in a McMuffin in the breakfast meal, but with the addition of that mustard sauce, the cheese, and the salad, gave it a completely kind of different flavour profile, and I really enjoyed it. It was really tasty. The 2 stars of the shows, though, are that coffee milkshake, which, absolutely delicious. I'm going to have to lobby McDonald'S in the UK to try and get them to put that on the menu there, and the erős burger. Such a lovely kind of spice to it. I'm surprised they put something quite that spicy on the menu around here, because Central Europeans are not known for their love of spice, and it actually had a fairly decent whack, almost a chili heat. But the cheese patty was nice and kind of crispy on the outside and gooey inside, which is what you want. Good burger patty, really fresh salad, and that erős mayonnaise. Yeah, that was delicious. Best burger out of the 2 for me was that, but coffee shake is right up there as well. If you enjoyed that little look at the items I found inside this Hungarian branch of McDonald's, don't forget, click a thumbs up on there for me. It does help with the channel. And if you're new around here and you like what you've seen, why not consider clicking the subscribe button, ding your little bell for notifications, and that way you won't miss anything that comes up on the channel. So I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.